Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh.
My name is Courtney.
That's a lot better. And today we're going to talk about how much Kilmat you actually need to use for the interior of your van. Probably could have told you that's what we were going to talk about today. So the rough rule is 30%. But what is 30% of all of this? And that's something we had to learn, and we're hoping to show you. There hasn't been, I wasn't able to find a good video on, keep looking down because we have a puppy. We got a puppy. It's not, we're puppy sitting, and he's running around chewing on stuff. But I couldn't find a good video on it, and I want to help you guys explain how much Kilmat you actually need to use on the inside of your van when you're trying to do the sound deadening. This has been your project, pretty much.
Yeah, I wasn't giving any clear direction, just
put Kilmat. Because it doesn't matter in the beginning. But I've seen some videos where people they covered the whole floor. And there's some things that you have to understand about Kilmat and
what it's to put on the floor.
That's the point of this video. See what I'm saying? So let's hop into the van and let's start talking through how much Kilmat you're supposed to use, where you're supposed to put it, and hopefully this will help you build your van. All right, so there's a few items you're going to need when you install the Kilmat. First being alcohol. Clean off every surface, use a paper towel, and just make sure everything is nice and clean before you use the Kilmat to stick it to the walls. And then a roller. This is what you used on every single one, right?
No.
Most of them?
Yes.
There's some spots that are really, you're not going to be able to get this into, so you're going to have to use your hand, but that's what you're going to need to do the job. Now, you should probably wait until it's warmer, because it's a little cold today. So we've done most of this, and it was, what, 80?
Yeah.
It's about 80 degrees, so we're not too concerned with the sticky part falling off, which would suck if it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden you just get a really loud van. But we have a little setup. You want to explain your setup and how this was for you? Because I think you had mentioned this, like, we have to mention this.
What, the trash can?
Just the whole setup. Yeah, whatever you were telling me.
The trash can definitely keeps your workspace clean. I'm all about a clean workspace. I mean, you're just tearing pieces off of the back of the Kilmat, so just having a place to put it definitely helps because it collects very fast. Having a piece of wood and a box cutter to cut the pieces. I held it up and I drew on it, so we're missing the box cutter and the marker.
Here's your knife.
Knife and then a marker. Just to measure, so you're not wasting the Kilmat. You get it up there and it doesn't fit. And then 2 sawhorses.
So
that's great.
Trying to measure for each piece is silly. If you just hold the Kilmat up, you mark it with a marker, come back, cut it, and then stick it, it's going to save you tons of time versus like actually having a measuring tape. But now let's talk about the 30% rule. So what we have, why is that so funny?
No, it's not.
So the 30% rule is basically a rule of thumb. It doesn't have to be followed exactly. We're going to finish this up, and then I'm going to show you what our idea of what 30% looks like, because there are some Mercedes factory sound deadening here, but I want to cover some of this because it's not as good and it's not nearly as thick. So we're going to cover some of this stuff. We're going to basically show you what 30% is, and then we'll talk about how it sounds after that. The 30% rule is really up to your own discretion. I believe we did 30%. We used a box and a half of Kilmat. The Kilmat is roughly 30 pounds per box, so we added, we'll call it between 40 and 50 pounds of additional weight to the van by using the Kilmat. Now, we did a lot of the sections that Mercedes did. We redid those because the Mercedes stuff, the sound deadening, is not that great. So we covered most of it. Some of it we left open just for trying to keep in mind how much weight we have in the van. Now down here in these little sections, I haven't rolled this on yet, but we put in all these little crannies and all these little nooks. You want to try to get sound deadening in there. It's kind of a pain, but it'll be worth it in the long run if you take the time to put the sound deadening in these little nooks and crannies. Now, because it's cold, or it's colder today, we're going to wait till the afternoon and go back through and roll everything all over again, just to make sure everything sticks well. I don't want to have any issues with some of this stuff falling off because I'm not going to know. Once the insulation goes in and the electricals ran and the walls are up, it would be a huge pain to get back there and make sure that everything is done the way it's supposed to be done. So the last part is the headliner. You have a lot of sound that comes from that area inside the van when you're driving. There's a lot of wind that's hitting it, rain, all of that. So we're going to take the headliner down. We're going to put Kilmat up there as well. And in the next video, we will show you guys how to demo and disassemble all of this stuff up here in your van. But for right now, we're going to focus on just getting that done and making sure that it's done properly so we can show you the best way to get it done yourself. So if the video was helpful, like and subscribe. Come along for the adventures, and we'll see you guys on the next one.